Hello, my name is Sheila Wallace and welcome to Greater Dayton Live. Our guest today is Marilyn Balsamo from the Dayton Philharmonic Volunteer Association with an exciting announcement for the Greater Miami Valley.
Yes, Sheila, thank you for having me with you as a guest today. This year, 2019, marks a milestone for the Dayton Philharmonic Volunteer Association. We're celebrating our 40th anniversary of presenting a show house in the Dayton area. Beginning in 1979, DPVA has presented a show house every 2 years. Some of the homes we've opened to the public belong to families who have been influential in writing Dayton's history. A few of the others include Poland Farm, Amherst Terrace, Drexler Mansion, the Patterson Home, and the Reich Estate, called High Acres. In 2017, the Designer's Show House and Gardens was located at the Delco Lofts. The Delco building was the site of Charles Boss Kettering's office. This was a departure from our regular family-owned homes, featuring 17 luxury apartments on the 6th floor of a building adjacent to the Fifth Third Field downtown.
Well, Marilyn, you said 40 years. That's a huge accomplishment. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You know, I recognize many of the names that you mentioned. They're well-known names in our community. Whose home are we going to be looking at this year?
This year's home, it has the distinction of being owned by George and Hazel Leland. Leland was a self-taught advanced mathematician who was an electrical and mechanical engineer. He came to Dayton from Indiana in 1918 to work with Boss Kettering at Delco. During this time, he worked with Kettering on the electric starter for cars. He then went on to start the Leland Electric Company, later known as also the Ledex Company. He was a member of the Engineers Club with Boss Kettering. He had 150 applications and was awarded both U.S. and foreign patents. He was the first to have an explosion-proof electrical motor approved by the Underwriters Laboratory to be used to pump gas for cars. He was also responsible for developing an inexpensive but efficient small motor that could be used in small appliances and industrial equipment. He also developed the rotary solenoid, which is in high demand, being used in automation and aerospace. Mr. Leland and his wife Hazel were both very active in the Dayton community. Hazel was a member of the Grace Methodist Church. She volunteered with the Girl Scouts of America and was an avid international doll collector. She belonged to the Miami Valley Doll Collectors Club and displayed the dolls from around the world throughout her home.
You know, Marilyn, this sounds like another truly influential couple here in the Dayton area. Can you share with our viewers why DPVA sponsors this Designer's Show House and Garden every 2 years?
Yes, the Dayton Philharmonic Volunteer Association began in 1952 with the ongoing mission of supporting the Dayton Philharmonic Orchestra. We also provide scholarships for the Dayton Philharmonic Youth Orchestra, the Junior Youth Strings, and we are involved in one of the largest music education programs in the United States.
Well, how does the DPVA support music education in the Miami Valley? Where do your funds come from?
Well, one of the main jobs to support music education in the schools, our members go out into the schools to present an award-winning program called Orchestra New. Our volunteers go into the second grade classrooms to introduce students to the families of the orchestra. We bring life-size plexiglass instruments to show the strings, the bass, the woodwinds, and the percussion members of the orchestra. We teach the children about how sound is produced by vibration and how each instrument produces music using that vibration. We introduce each section of the orchestra and each instrument with a volunteer playing the sound made by it using a CD recording. Finally, we have all the students gather to make the orchestra and pretend to be playing along with the CD. However, they soon discover that they need a conductor to help them play together. We choose a student to go to conducting school, and conducting school is just outside in the hall. They go out and they put on the tuxedo coat and they come in with the baton. They go before the orchestra and the orchestra begins to play a beautiful piece of orchestral music. When the music ends, the conductor shakes hands with the first violinist, known as the concertmaster. The concertmaster represents the individual members of the orchestra, and together the orchestra stands and takes a bow.
I'm watching you get excited talking about this. This is a program that you yourself have been involved in quite a few times. Did you look like you're enjoying it? Do you enjoy it when you go out in the schools and do that?
Oh, I most certainly do. It's a wonderful program. It introduces the members of the family, and it helps the children understand what an orchestra is.
What other kinds of programs are out there besides that one?
Well, this year we began our Arts Connect program in the schools. This is a program that we've made with the Arts Connect the Performing Arts Alliance. It's a merger of the three arts.
Now, as I'm understanding it, that is the orchestra, the Philharmonic, and the ballet, am I correct?
That's correct. Yes, the Arts Connect program was designed to lead our students to explore the performing arts. The Arts Connect program integrates all the three art forms from the Dayton Performing Arts Alliance. The performing artists work with language arts teachers in the 4th grade to explore storytelling. For example, one of the lessons that I observed included the children being involved in the opera Hansel and Gretel by German composer Engelbert Humperdinck. It's based on a well-known children's fairy tale. During a lesson, a Dayton opera singer performs a song from the opera, accompanied by one of the members of the Dayton Philharmonic Orchestra. A Dayton ballet performer does a choreographed dance chosen to interpret the music from the opera. These lessons teach the children about storytelling. Students can identify the setting, the characters, and the point of view of each of the characters. These are critical thinking skills for 4th graders who need to master them in order to improve their writing skills. Lessons can be extended with the students creating their own songs, musical compositions, and dances to represent the characters in their own stories.
Well, you know, having been a teacher and teaching in the 4th grade, that sure makes me happy to hear something like that. That way we know that they're connecting those state standards we're required to teach with the arts.
That's exactly right. And I think it's very innovative for them to take the school curriculum and work in with the arts. Students have an opportunity to work with performance artists from our very own Dayton Performing Arts Alliance.
So, are there other music education programs that I'm missing? I know we've talked about a couple. What else do we have to talk about?
Yes, we have another one called Cue the Music, which is an after-school program designed to teach children in grades 3 to 6 how to play a viola, a violin, or a cello. The children have 3 blocks. First they have a snack, and then they have 3 blocks that they go to. The first one has to do with doing their homework. It's a homework kind of like a study hall. They get their homework finished. The next block is when they go to sectionals, where they learn their particular instrument. And finally, they gather for a block called orchestra. And during the orchestra block, they prepare for performances. They present concerts throughout the year to show their progress.
And you're saying these students stay after school?
Yes, they do. They do. They enjoy it. They want to do it. It's a fun program.
That's wonderful. So, funding. These programs are not free. Are you funded by tax dollars?
No, this brings me to my second way in which the DPVA supports music education in Dayton: fundraising. Our major fundraiser is our biennial Designers Show House and Gardens. We've had a show house every 2 years. The Leland House will be our 22nd home. Since its inception, DPVA has donated over $2 million to the Dayton Philharmonic Orchestra. We've provided scholarships for the Dayton Philharmonic Youth Orchestra, youth and youth strings, junior strings, and the music education programs that we present throughout the schools in the Miami Valley. This is the 40th anniversary of the DPVA Designer Show House and Gardens. This show house is the Leland House, located at 1375 East Siebenthaler Avenue. This was the home of industrialist and inventor George Leland, his wife Hazel, and their 6 children. The house was given to originally to Boonshoft Museum for Discovery, and later was used as the headquarters for Five Rivers Metro Park. It is adjacent to the Wegerson's Garden Metro Park. Now the home is owned by David and Barbette Spittler, who have been renovating the circa 1920 Grand Tudor home to its original splendor.
So I'm going to be able to get to see this home. So when is this year's show house?
Well, this year's show house begins on May the 3rd, Friday, May the 3rd, and runs through Sunday, May 19th. The house will be open from 11 to 4 on Sundays, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. On Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, it will be open from 11 until 8 at night.
That's excellent that it's open a little bit later for folks that are coming after work. Now, I believe I've heard that there's some special events and activities that goes on with the show house. Why don't you share some of that with us?
Yes, the Leland House will be open on Monday, May 6th, and Monday, May 13th, to the public who have purchased tickets for our Central Perk President's Tea. This tea will be sponsored by the presidents of the DPVA, and the guests will enjoy flaky scones with an array of sweet and savory treats and have an opportunity to meet some of our past presidents. There will be 2 seatings for the teas, the first at 11 and the second at 1:30. Included in the ticket for the Central Perk President's Tea will be a fashion show for Marabella's Boutique and a tour of the Leland House.
Well, now that sounds really exciting. And for those folks who can't get off during the daytime, what other things do you have going on that will be of interest to our viewers?
Well, this year we'll be hosting Food Truck Fridays.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yes, from 5 to 8 on May the 3rd, May the 10th, and May 17th. Patrons will be able to tour the home and buy food from food truck vendors parked on the driveway of the Leland House. There will be lively music to entertain our Food Truck Friday patrons. There will be a shelter in case of rain. Let's start praying now for no rain Food Truck Fridays.
We can do that.
Also, we're going to have our Pine Club Burger Party on Saturday, May 18th from 6 to 10, featuring scrumptious burgers from the Pine Club of Oakwood. During this year's show house, we will be open on Mother's Day, May the 12th. Wouldn't it be lovely to celebrate Mother's Day by bringing your mother to visit a lovely designer home? Patrons can choose a sandwich, sides, and a sweet treat for dessert daily from our Bach cafeteria, and then shop for a unique gift item from our Musique Boutique, while listening to talented Dayton musicians performing live from 11 to 1 and 2 to 4 at the show house.
Okay, so Marilyn, you've told us about some of the special events at the show. Can you tell us a little bit about what the house is going to look like?
Yes, the 2019 Designer Show House and Gardens features 20 design firms from Dayton and Cincinnati area working on the Leland House. On the first floor, we have a foyer, a garden, a powder room, a breakfast room, a dining room, living room, den, and porch. There's also a newly renovated kitchen and butler's pantry. On the second floor, there are 6 bedrooms, a nursery, two full bathrooms, a Jack and Jill bathroom, and a half bath. For those who are unfamiliar with a Jack and Jill bathroom, that's one that is shared by two bedrooms and has two sinks. That was something I wasn't aware of, so I looked that up. There's also a room that was once used as a sewing room, now being designed as a playroom.
Well, it sounds like the folks will have an opportunity to get some ideas for decorating in their own homes, especially bedrooms and bathrooms.
Yes, our interior designers will have information about their design spaces, and they're going to give demonstrations on how patrons can actually save money by consulting a designing firm when they begin their projects. There will be 2 days when patrons can meet the designers. Designer days are Thursday, May the 9th, and Tuesday, May 14th.
Well, it sounds like there is something there for absolutely everyone, but just a few more questions for you. Is the house handicapped accessible? And where can our guests park?
Well, there are a few steps to the first floor of the Leland House, but it isn't wheelchair accessible. Patrons can park free and ride the shuttle from Wegerson's Gardens Metro Park at 1301 East Siebenthaler to the Leland House.
I'm assuming I need a ticket.
Yes, you've got to have a ticket.
And where do I go to get them?
Show house tickets are on sale now online at dpva.org with a small convenience charge. Tickets will be on sale at all Dorothy Lane Market locations beginning March the 15th. Tickets can also be purchased at the door. We will be accepting cash and all major credit cards.
Are there other ways that our viewers can support the DPVA or the Dayton Philharmonic Volunteer Association?
Yes, I'm glad you asked. We have another program called It's Instrumental. If you have an instrument that you no longer want, you can donate the instrument to DPVA by taking it to Grismer Tire locations. The instruments are collected, reconditioned, and then given to students who need an instrument at Ruskin Elementary or Stivers School for the Arts. We also accept monetary donations at the DPVA website, dpva.org.
Well, as our show is getting ready to come to an end, could you quickly go over one more time the important details to keep in mind about the 2019 show?
Yes, the 2019 Designer Show House and Gardens celebrates our 40th anniversary of the show house. Come celebrate with us at the 22nd house, the Leland House at 1375 East Siebenthaler, beginning on Friday, May 3rd through Sunday, May 19th. The house will be open to the public Sunday, Monday, Wednesdays, and Saturdays from 11 to 4. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, the house will be open from 11 till 8. The house will be closed to the public on Mondays for our Central Perk President's Tea. Tickets for the teas include a fashion show and a tour of the house. Fridays are Food Truck Fridays with local food trucks and live music from 5 to 8. The Pine Club Burger Party is on Sunday, May 18th from 6 to 10. Meet the Designer Days are Thursday, May 9th and Tuesday, May 14th. Tickets for the show house are on sale now at dpva.org. They will be available at all locations of the Dorothy Lane Market beginning March 15th. And at the door, we will accept cash and all major credit cards. There will be parking and a free shuttle from Wegerson's Garden Metro Parks at 1301 East Siebenthaler to the Leland House. All proceeds of the Designer Show House and Gardens support the Dayton Philharmonic Orchestra, the Dayton Philharmonic Youth Orchestra, Junior Strings, and Youth Strings. We provide scholarships for all those young people in their groups, and music education in the greater Dayton and Miami Valley.
Now, if I'm planning to bring family members, about how long should I anticipate being there?
I think usually when you come to the show house, you should probably have between 2 to 3 hours to look around and see everything.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time today to be here with us on Greater Dayton Live. And I hope that the viewers that have been watching our show will look to attend the 2019 Designers Show House and Gardens so that they can help to support the Dayton Philharmonic Volunteer Association, the Dayton Philharmonic, and all the scholarships and youth programs that we have in the Dayton area. Thank you again for being here with us.
Thank you for having me, and I'll see you at the show house.
We'll do it.